Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to your new favorite place on the internet. My name is Bella and I love talking about literally anything that brings me happiness, whether it be books, video games, K-pop, K-dramas, anything that makes my brain go burr. I love sharing with you guys, and today I really want to go through my bookshelf collection and just see what books are no longer bringing me any type of happiness. I want to be brutal with my bookshelf collection, just be really honest with myself, and finally say goodbye to the books that I am honestly never going to read again and that are honestly not bringing me any type of happiness anymore. Like, I look at them and I'm like, why are you here? This is not representative of my book taste or my book collection, and I just don't want you here anymore. So I hope you can join me today in this brutal book unhaul that I've decided to do, because I think it's time to make space for some new books. I recently acquired new shelves. You probably saw the video. If you didn't, I'll leave it up here. And I just think it's time to just, you know, make space for new things, for happier things, happier books, better books. And yeah, without further ado, let's move on over to my bookshelves so that we can talk and, you know, get rid of some books. Welcome to my floor. Yes, this is where we are. I really want to start with this shelf because there's definitely a couple of books that I'm going to be saying goodbye to. Even though this shelf has some incredible books that I've read over the months, there are a couple of books that I had a really bad time with, and I honestly don't know why I still have them with me. So I think it's time to finally say goodbye and just make room for more books. So why don't we get closer? Okay, you guys don't need to see my face for this. We just really need to focus on the books, so it's okay. The first book that I'm going to be getting rid of is The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Yes. This was supposed to be, like, on paper, oh my god, I have post-its. Therapist turned consultant after losing her license for her controversial methods. Golden couple, Marissa cheats on him, so they seek Avery's help. Okay, so basically, thank you so much, past me, for telling me what this book is about. We are following this therapist who lost her license because she had some very controversial, off-the-books type of methods to deal with her patients. And this golden couple that everybody loves, everybody adores, they are having marriage problems, and so they seek her help. She has like a very intense sort of treatment where she literally follows their every move, and she limits the things that they can do, and she forces them to do things. And there's also like this whole mystery surrounding this thing. I don't know. The point is, on paper, it sounds really, really good, but like the actual book itself, like with the characters, the pacing, the plot, the storyline, the way that the author decided to take this story, it was just no bueno. Why did I say that with an English accent? It was not good, babes. It was not good, and I just had higher hopes for this, and I think it's time to let it go, because no matter how much time I spend with this book, I'm never going to read it, and I'm always going to think that it was a waste of time. So this is the first book that I'm going to be giving up. Goodbye. Oh my god, okay. Yeah. Next up we have this piece of supposed literature. I don't understand. Like, this actually has pretty good ratings, but I don't know why, because it's really, really bad. And once again, this is the same case of, on paper, it sounded incredible, but then the actual execution of it was not good, babes. Basically, we have this teacher. Oh, I didn't do the post-it this time. Basically, we have this teacher. Do we have a teacher? A popular English professor whose charismatic husband at the same small liberal arts college is under investigation for inappropriate relationships with his former students. At one point, I know that she kidnaps someone. Maybe she kidnaps her own husband, and she's just, I don't know. She has like some trauma and she doesn't know how to deal with it in a correct or healthy way. And that leads to her kidnapping someone and keeping them hostage for a while. And it's also just like, I don't know. She's like, she goes through a lot. But it was very boring, and I did not find this story or these characters captivating. I honestly, just like overall, I had a really bad time with it. It's fine because it's over and I can finally say goodbye to it. So we're moving on by saying goodbye. There we go. Next, oh my god, we are unhauling quite a lot of books. Next up, we have The Maid by Nita Prose. This is one of the very first cozy mystery books that I read, and it was just not good. It was boring, but not because it's supposed to be like this slow-paced type of mystery, but just because the characters themselves, they came off as very cartoonish. It's basically about this maid in a hotel, and there's been a murder, and she's the one that finds the body, and I don't know, I just felt really weird reading this story because it kind of feels like the author was trying to do something, but she did it in a way that came off as not good. It was just not good, babes. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's not even that long. It has, déjame decirte, 285 pages, and yet it felt longer than War and Peace. It was just not great. I didn't have a good time, and I'm kind of really happy that I can finally say goodbye to this. Please tell me that I didn't annotate it. Oh, okay, I didn't annotate it. I just put on tabs for things, I guess. As I cleaned, I fantasized about all the things I would do. Spray bleach in her face, strangle her with a bathrobe tie, push her off the balcony, if ever I caught Cheryl red-handed, stealing tips from one of my rooms. Okay, just, normal things to think about. I imagined pouring bleach into his mouth to make him confess what he'd done to Gran, to me. So apparently she has like this bleach kink, which is very interesting. Anyways, yeah, I'm so sorry. No explanation needed. It was not good. Me vendieron un sueño y no me gustó, no. Wake me up. Yeah, this one as well. We have like several unhauled books back to back. I don't know what happened there, but yes, Bittersweet by Susan Cain, How Sorrow and Longing Makes Us Whole. So this is a nonfiction, and I had heard oh no, did I annotate this? No! Okay, I annotated it, which sucks. As you can see, at the beginning, I was really, really vibing with this book. Like the first couple of pages before, oh my god, this is the first 40 pages. It looks like a lot more. But anyways, the first 40 pages, as you can see by the tabs, I was really enjoying. And I felt like what I was reading was actually new content and things that I had never heard of before. But the more that I read the book, the more that I realized that most of the ideas that are set in this book are basically recycled from other pieces of media, and it was all just very familiar to me. There was nothing new being said, and this is like basic psychology 101. I don't know, I remember when I read this, I was really, really sick, and so basically, since I had nothing else to do except lay around in bed, I finished this in one sitting. But it was a horrible experience because I basically learned nothing new. I didn't enjoy it and I didn't have fun. And by the end of it, I felt like I had wasted my time. Honestly, this book made me sicker, and I don't think I can forgive this book for that. So yeah, I am unhauling Bittersweet, or maybe I can give it to my mom because I know that she read it and she really enjoyed it because she likes these types of books. So maybe I'll give it to her so she can add it to her book collection, because if I keep it in my book collection, it's just a reminder of all the bad times that I spent reading that book. But anyways, Book of Night by Holly Black. I actually have the ARC for this, so I'm only unhauling this because I don't need 2 copies of a book that I gave 3 stars. Do you understand? This is Holly Black's adult debut, and I had really, really high hopes for it since The Cruel Prince or like the Folk on the Air series is just incredible. It's one of my favorite trilogies. So when I heard that she was coming with an adult new release, I was really, really excited. So imagine my surprise when it was like one of the most disappointing reads of the year. I definitely do not need 2 copies of this, so I'm saying goodbye to this one since the copy that I read is actually the ARC, and I have annotated the ARC, so I just don't see why I need this hardcover copy. So there we go. This one was actually pretty good. So if you're looking for like a murder mystery in a tropical island. It's kind of like Lost. Is it like Lost? No, yeah, because it's this group of girls and they get stuck or stranded in this island, and then people start dying off one by one and they don't know who's killing them. It's really good. I actually really enjoyed it. Tell me everything. ¿Qué te digo? O sea, I didn't like it. I really didn't like it at all. I don't know why I have these two tabs. I don't know what they mean. Oh, part memoir and part literary true crime. Tell Me Everything is the mesmerizing story of a landmark sexual assault investigation and the female private investigator who helped crack it open. Yeah, I think this is my own fault because the way that they were selling it online, I had higher standards for what I thought I was going to get, and then the actual product just fell short of my expectations. So yeah, this one's on me. Maybe if I would have picked it up any other random day without knowing anything about it, I would have enjoyed it more. But the fact that I had already some expectations for it, it just, you know, ruined the experience. So let's see. Oh my god, it's already looking so empty. Let's move these over here. Starling House, beautiful, stunning. The Unsinkable Greta James. This is another book that I read while I was sick. I think I read it right after I finished Bittersweet. And once again, I had a very unfortunate experience reading this. It's supposed to be this romance, but also kind of like a coming of age story, and it takes place on a cruise. We have some pretty boring cookie cutter characters that really didn't bring anything new to the table. I'm so sorry if I am coming off as harsh, but like that's just my truth. Yeah, I don't know. In this pitch perfect story about the ways we recover love in the strangest of places. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I just know I didn't enjoy it, and I ended up giving it, I think, either 1.5 stars or 2 stars. Because it does have like some cute moments, but they didn't make up for the other moments that I had to crawl through to get to those. So yeah, this is definitely a no-no in my book collection. Fizzlefoot, my beloved, I love you so much. If you guys are looking for like the perfect November reader, like fall read, a book that's kind of like cozy but also mysterious, and it has like some notes of like something dark and ominous is coming, but like it's not that intense. It's just very atmospheric and very stunning writing, stunning pacing, incredibly beautifully flawed characters that you're going to fall in love with. Oh my god, read Fizzlefoot. Honestly, I kind of want to have Fizzlefoot on display again because I just loved it so much. Anyways, moving on. The Hacienda is definitely staying. The Devil Takes You Home is definitely staying. This one's okay. Well, romantic comedy was cute too. Before I Let Go was cute too. Okay, so these are the ones that I read. These two I read last month, I believe, and this was a 2-star, this was a 2-star. These were incredibly disappointing books because I honestly thought this was going to be just as good as The Hacienda because it's the same author. Color me surprised when I could barely get through this book without wanting to claw my eyes out because I was so bored. Literally anything else would have been better than reading Vampires of El Norte. And the fact that I read these two back to back, it just honestly, worst experience of my life. I did not have a good time, no sir. And I also had extremely high expectations of Elizabeth Acevedo's new book because I think this is also her adult debut, and it did not hit. It was so confusing. She tried to do so many things at the same time, and it just ended up being such a convoluted story that tried to give so much, it ended up giving nothing. I'm really sad about this as well because Elizabeth Acevedo is Dominican. I think she's the only Dominican author that I have on my bookshelves. So it's really disappointing that one of her, or like her latest release, was so bad. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be saying goodbye to these, even though nada, yeah, goodbye to these. Let's see the damage. I'm going to be saying goodbye to all of these books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 books. And this is how my shelves look now. I mean, you know, room for better things, room for better things. That's what I have to keep saying to myself. So this is the next shelf, and as we can see, we have a couple of books here. Yeah, I had to put that one there because I've never really truly been happy with this shelf. Like, this is the one shelf that I've always struggled with because it's just such a weird compilation of genres, but I don't really have anywhere else to put them. So maybe by getting rid of some, I can maybe find a better way to display them. So let's see. The thing is, I really like these books, so I don't know why I would want to get rid of them. Oof, Rilke, my beloved. Okay, all right. The first book that I'm going to be getting rid of on this shelf is Educated by Tara Westover. This is a memoir that I read, I think maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I actually really enjoyed it, but it's not one of those books that I would come back to ever again. Like, when I read it, I really enjoyed it, but I just don't see myself ever picking it up again. So yeah, I think it's one of those books that even though I really enjoyed, I just know that like I've said this 3 times, I'm never gonna read it again. I'm never gonna pick it up again. So even though I enjoyed it, I think I'd rather make space for other books than keep this one. I also think, you know what, let's go insane. I think I'm going to also be getting rid of these 3 books. Let me explain. Sadie by Courtney Summers, I read maybe in 2018, and I actually really enjoyed it. I read it as not a podcast, I read it as an audiobook because the audiobook is a full cast, so every single character is voiced by a different person, and it's modeled after a podcast, like a true crime podcast. And it's basically, we're following this girl who has a sister who's gone missing, and now she's traveling all around her city asking people like, where was the last time that you saw my sister? Can you help me find her? Do you have any clues? And she has like this inkling that there was this man that was maybe responsible for this. And yeah, basically it was really good, but again, I don't see myself ever reading this book again. So even though I would honestly really recommend this book, I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. I feel like somebody else could enjoy this book more than I would. And honestly, in my book collection, it's just gathering dust. So I'd rather get rid of it to make space for new ones, even though I still really enjoyed it. I don't think I'm ever going to read it again, so goodbye, Sadie. You were amazing. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. This is one of the books. Oh my god, not me annotating a book that I didn't even. Oh, okay, I didn't highlight it. Okay, wonderful. I can recycle these tabs. Okay. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous was my first experience with Ocean Vuong, and this was actually, this is why it hurts. This is why I've kept it this long, because this book, ¿dónde está la nota? Okay, there we go. This book was a gift from one of my closest friends, my beautiful Shelby, mommy. Please read this and let me know how it is. Merry Christmas, lovely lady. I'm so honored to call you my friend. Thank you for inviting me to be a mod in the server. It has changed my life for the better. So, the reason that I've kept this book so long is because it's a gift from Shelby. And also, I really struggle with letting go of things, especially if it was gifted by someone that I love and cherish as much as Shelby. But let me just say, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm one of those girls that just did not get it. I did not have a good time reading On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. And it honestly hurts my heart because, again, on paper, it sounds like the perfect book for me. It's this story of self-discovery and also going through some really hard times, and the story of this one kid who's struggling with his identity and also his relationship with his mother. And through all these turbulent times and turbulent years, he meets this one person who he feels like is his home. And, you know, like, the way that I'm describing it, it sounds beautiful, it sounds gorgeous, but I think because of the way that this was written, I just felt really disconnected from the story. And I don't know, like, it does have some killer lines, but the overall experience of reading this for me wasn't enjoyable. So yeah, I think, Shelby, I love you so much, and I know that you're going to understand this. It's literally not you, it's the book. So yes, I'm going to finally, actually, I'm gonna keep the note because the note still means a lot to me, but I'm not gonna keep the book. So I hope I hope Shelby's okay with this. I love you so much, Shelby, okay? I love you. And then We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I read this maybe 2018. I have no idea, honestly, but I remember this book taking the internet by storm, and I honestly really loved it. I was one of those people that never saw the plot twist coming, and to this day I feel like it's one of the biggest plot twists that I've ever read. Or maybe because by the time that I had read this, I hadn't read that many books that went that hard on the plot twist, so it's still kind of like shocking that E. Lockhart managed to play me so well. And yeah, it was an incredible reading experience, but the only reason that I've kept this book is because I've always thought that I would reread it again. But the more time that passes, the more that I realize that I just don't, like, I'm not really that interested in this book anymore. Back in my 2017, 2018 era, I would absolutely adore to read more books like these. But I think that where I am now, I'm not really that interested anymore in ever reading this book again. So I think it's time to finally say goodbye. Not because it's bad, but because I've changed as a reader. I've changed, not clickbait. All the Light We Cannot See. Did I annotate this? I don't think I did. No, I just tapped it. Okay, so I enjoyed it. I really did. I read this and I enjoyed it. I think I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I remember I did cry, just like a single tear falling, escaping from my eye. Would I ever read this again? Absolutely not. I don't feel any type of attachment to this book. I see it and I'm like, okay, cool. But I don't really reminisce about how it made me feel or what I learned about it while I was reading it. So yeah, it was an enjoyable book, but I don't think that it's representative of my reading taste, and I don't really want it in my book collection, so I think I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let it go. You were good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Oh, the stationery shop, my beloved. Lovely, 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 lovely. If you guys want a book that will make you believe in love and will also just shatter your heart, but you will be happy about it, read The Stationery Shop. You will, oh my god, it's gonna change your life. Okay, so I think these are all of, oh my god, it looks so empty. These are all of the books that I'm going to be unhauling. Oh my god, my shelves. From this second shelf, these are the books that I'm going to be unhauling. We just took out 5 this time. But the pile is growing. We have a couple of books that we're going to be saying goodbye to. Let's see in this, okay, there's definitely books that I want to get rid of here. Starting with Rhythm, Chord, and Malikin by Mariana Zapata. Oh my god. If this isn't one of the worst books that I have read, I think I read it last year. Oh my god, I hated it. I can't believe to this day that I spent like $20 for a book that I gave 1 star. I am so upset. I'm so mad. I'm never going to forgive Mariana Zapata for writing this book. It's so problematic. It's so hurtful. It didn't add anything to the story. The decisions that she decided, the things that she did, the things that she wrote, the characters that she created were so unnecessary and boring, and for this to be such a short book, the pain and negative emotions that it made me feel are endless and boundless. So I only kept this because for some reason, back in like last year, I really wanted to have like a complete collection of all of Mariana Zapata's works. As you can see, I have a couple here, and then the others are like somewhere else. But I think I've moved on from my Mariana Zapata era. That was an arc that I had to go through, but we're moving on. It's okay. This is the first book that's leaving my collection because it's honestly an insult to have this book at this point. So goodbye. And then I think I'm also going to be saying goodbye to Tokyo Ever After, not because I don't enjoy it, but because I don't see myself reading it ever again. It was a good time, as you can see by all the tabs, but yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just kind of, I don't know. It was a good time when I read it. I really enjoyed it. I was kicking my feet. I loved the couple. I loved the whole plot and everything. But the sequel has been out for like over 5 months, and I have literally 0 interest to pick it up because I'm just kind of over it, okay? Like, it was a good story. It was a good romance when I read it, but I don't know if I want to dedicate more time to it. So it was a good one, but I'm going to be saying goodbye to it. And then here, I don't really, like, do I want to say goodbye to anything else? Not really. Honestly, the only reason that I keep Frankly in Love is because it was such an amazing experience to receive this. This is one of the very first arcs that I ever received. So even though I don't really like the book that much, I do like that memory of when I first received it. So yeah, it's staying. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of any other books in this shelf because all the other ones I really vibe with. So we only have 2 victims this time around. But yet again, the pile keeps growing. Okay, my pink shelf. Do we have anything that we would rather not have? Let's see. Oh my goodness, I don't know. Honestly, if we're being really, really brutal about this, I view. Okay, this is another, oh, okay, wait, I don't like this book either. This is the same author that wrote Frankly in Love, David Yoon, and I really like this cover though, like it's so cool. It's really, really cool, but I don't like the story. Like, I just thought it was really, what's that word, basic? And it didn't really, I don't know, it didn't make me feel anything, but look at this cover, it's so cool. Honestly, I think I really want to reach a point where I don't keep a book only for the cover. So I think it's time to say goodbye to it, even though I love this cover, oh my god. The vibes are vibing, but when you open the book, it's just very mid. Oh my god, look at that. It's a cool book. Oh my god, it was a gift. Shut up, that hurts even more now. Espérate. It's the Hi Isabella from Ale. Okay, Ale would understand. I know she would understand. So, yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, but that wasn't even the book that I was going to say goodbye to. I was going to say goodbye to Winter in Sokcho by Elisa Schwadusapin. I probably butchered that name. But yeah, oh my god, but look at this cover. Oh my god, I'm so upset. But I just know I'm never going to read it again because I didn't even enjoy it that much. Oh my god, look at that cover. I'm struggling right now. I really want to keep this book because of the cover and also because of the fact that it was a gift from Livy. I picked this book because I've been wanting to read it myself. It looks and sounds so interesting, so I hope you love it and then recommend it so I can then read it. Honestly, unfortunately, I did read it and it wasn't a good experience. Oh god. Okay, if I close my eyes, I don't have to look at the cover and I don't have to feel bad that I am unhauling it. So I'm just gonna close my eyes. Okay, let's move on. Now that we've started this brutal unhaul, I think I also need to let go of Death in Her Hands by Otessa Moshfegh. This, actually, did I not like this? Wait, I think I did. Wait, did I? Did I not? I think I found it really weird and boring, but also did I? I don't remember reading this book. Oh my god. Wait, I think I did a reading challenge with this book, so I think I'm gonna have to watch that video and then decide if I'm gonna leave or keep it. How can I not remember reading this book? Like, I know I did, but I don't remember the final outcome. I do remember being bored by it, but was I bored enough to let go of it? Or was it like a normal level of boredom? Oh my god, I'm very confused by this. On this side, oh my god, I really want to get rid of Severance by Ling Ma. This was also a gift. God, I feel really bad. Please don't come for me, I swear. I've kept these books just because they were gifts, but at one point you just kind of have to, you know, put yourself first. Like, you can't keep books just because they were gifted to you if they're not bringing you any type of happiness, especially if it's Severance by Ling Ma, which I gave 2 stars. Again, I feel like this is one of those books where it's definitely not the book, it's just me. When I read it, I just wasn't in the mood for it. I didn't really like the story itself. I don't know. Como que no lo disfruté. I definitely wouldn't read it again. Wait, did I? Why am I so confused by these books? I think I did enjoy it. I think I gave it 3 stars because it's basically, there's zombies involved, but it's not really about the fact that there's zombies. It's more of the aftermath of the world after such a horrible thing has happened and how people kind of rely on their routines to keep life going. But like at the end of the day, routine isn't everything to life. There's like something there. But I think that when I read this, I wasn't really in the mood for it. So I found myself, again, very bored and disconnected and detached from the characters and the story itself. That by the time we got the plot twist at the end, I wasn't really all that interested in it. So it does have a couple of tabs, but I think overall, I would never read this book again. So like, why would I keep it? I mean, it does go really well with my pink shelf, but I think that an aesthetic reason is not enough to keep a book, especially if you want space for better ones. So yeah, I think going on the unhaul pile. Oh my goodness, yes. Elif Batuman, The Idiot. My goodness, what a book. What a book. Oh my god. I bought this because I bought this because it was everywhere on my Instagram page. Everybody was taking pictures of it, sharing their annotations, sharing quotes from it, and I was like, this sounds like the perfect book for me. I should definitely buy it. The easiest 2-star I have ever given a book belongs to The Idiot. Yeah, it was not good, babes. I did not have a good time reading this. And the fact that I have 2 copies of this book depository, I will never forgive you. But yeah, I definitely, like, I feel no qualms about unhauling this one because I just did not enjoy it. Yeah, no, goodbye, babes. XOXO is another one that I have mixed feelings about this one. I wanted, or like, I've kept it for so long. Firstly, because of the cover, it's just stunning, but also under the dust jacket, it's really cool. I think it's time to say goodbye to this one because, again, this was a 2-star. Axio and I, we just don't fit. I've read another book by hers, and again, it was a really bad experience. So I think it's a matter of this author and I are never going to click, and it's time to say goodbye, even though this book carries a lot of fond memories, but not because of the book itself, but because of the person that I read it with. But yeah, again, these memories are just not enough. Okay, honestly, once again, being brutal about this, I think I'm going to have to get rid of A Wish in the Dark by Kristina Sundtornvand. Wow. This is a gorgeous book. When I read it, I enjoyed it, but I think that the writing style made it really hard for me to connect with the characters in the story. So like by the time that things were happening, I just didn't really care about what was going on. I've kept it all this time, 1, because it was a gift, and 2, because I really like the book cover, but the book itself, I didn't really enjoy. So respectfully, I'm going to be getting rid of you, but thank you so much for being in my life this far. Thank you so much. I love you. My pink shelf is looking a little bit worse for wear. But I'm happy with the books that I got rid of because I see these empty spots and I don't feel bad. I feel hopeful for the new books that are going to be filling it up. So yeah, I think that's a nice way to feel. Moving on to this stunning shelf. We're gonna have to see these books one by one because I don't remember. I'm probably not going to be getting rid of any of the books here because if they've been annotated so much, why would I get rid of them? You know what I mean? But just checking, just in case there's any book that I've kind of outgrown. Honestly, no, I don't think I'm gonna be getting rid of any of the books here because, again, like they've been so heavily annotated for a reason, so I don't really think I'm going to be getting rid of them anytime soon. And then these 2 are my classics collection. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of any of them because I just love them. I've been slowly growing my classics collection and I'm really happy with how it looks, so like why would I change anything about it? Yeah, let's move on. There is this one shelf that I kind of want to look at for a little bit because I think I'm going to be getting rid of Check Please by Gozi Ukazu because even though I really liked it and it's really, really cute, I don't know, like I read the other volumes online or like virtually as an ebook. Not me forgetting the word for ebook. And I'm not going to be collecting these, even though it was really cute. The art style is adorable and the story itself is really, really cute. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be continuing my collection of this series, so there's no reason for me to keep volume 1. So goodbye, baby. You were amazing. I'm also, unfortunately, going to be getting rid of Orange by Ichigo Takano. I have been saying that I'm going to get volume 2 for the longest time now, for years, ever since like maybe 2018. I've been saying that I'm going to get volume 2. I don't know, I feel like too much time has passed. I'm no longer interested in this story. I know it's really, really good. It's about this group of friends and one of them can time travel and they have to go back in time to save their friend that dies. It's really good and emotional and heartwarming. Yeah, it's all of those things. I really, really enjoyed it again, but my interest in it is just no longer alive. So I'm going to be unhauling it, not because it's not good, but because I've moved on. So there we go. And honestly, that's all I wanted to show you guys in this shelf. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna fix this later, but yeah. Let's move on. So this is my blue shelf, and there's definitely books that I need to get rid of here because I am very self-aware of the fact that some of these books I have kept solely because of their spines and because they fit so well in this shelf. But I think, you know, I want to move past that stage of my book collection where I just keep books because of how they look. So the first one that I'm going to be getting rid of is actually by a Dominican author, which hurts my heart, but like I have to be honest. It's Nocturna, written by Maya Motaine, A Faceless Thief, A Desperate Prince, A Darkness Unleashed. I read this thanks to Fairyloot because this was one of their books, and I remember this being really similar to A Darker Shade of Magic, but the characters weren't as strong and the pacing wasn't as good. So overall, I didn't really have a good experience reading this one, and the only reason that I've kept it this long is because I really wanted to support a Dominican author, and also it just looked really cute, but I think it's time to let go of it. Ah, see, look. They're Dominican characters, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be saying goodbye to this one. And I am also, this is from the Harry Styles concert, I'm also going to be saying goodbye to this one. Permiso. The Last Cuentista, written by Donna Barbiguera. This is a gorgeous cover, like probably one of the most gorgeous books I own. This was also a gift, which sucks, and this was also one of my Patreon buddy reads, so like it has a lot of memories, but there we go. Aw, a book with a beautiful cover to a person with a beautiful soul. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Thank you so much. So once again, these two books have beautiful covers, but they're just not enough for me to keep them since I didn't really enjoy them at all. And I think the rest of the books I'm fine with keeping. Actually, am I happy with these books? Because, espérate, déjame ver. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, being brutal, once again, I think I'm also going to be getting rid of An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X.R. Pan. She is the author of one of my all-time favorite books, which is The Astonishing Color of After. And because of that, I had really high hopes for An Arrow to the Moon, but I ended up not enjoying it at all. Like, it was an okay time, but I think that because I was expecting a lot more, I was just a tiny bit disappointed, and it didn't make me feel as much as I thought it would. So I think I'm saying goodbye to you. Even though you were an okay time, I know that I'm never going to read you again. So thank you for all you did for me, but it's time to give you to somebody else. Thank you so much. And then I think I'm also going to be getting rid of Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. Not because it's not good. This was actually really, really good. I think I gave it 3.5 stars or an all-around 4-star. And it's this really nice middle grade book. It has fantasy, it has really good characters and really good pacing, but I am not interested in continuing this series, and I'm not interested in buying the rest of the series. So yeah, I'm going to be saying goodbye to it, not because it wasn't good. You were amazing, I loved you, but you're just not for me. I've moved on, I'm so sorry. But thank you for all you did for me. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, this shelf is now empty. All right, okay, let's move on. Let's see. Here, do I want to get rid of anything? Not really. Yeah, no, okay, we can move on. Here, okay, I have to be a little bit more brutal. The Gilded Wolves is a book that's sort of, Dios mío, qué belleza. Wow, I forgot how beautiful this book is. Look at that. I even got the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition because I was convinced that I was going to love this book. I have read it, or I have tried to read it 3 times, and every single time I cannot do it. The first time around, I read it completely and I gave it 2 stars. And then the second time around, I tried it again because I really thought it was me and not the book. I thought I just had picked it up in a wrong time, wrong place, wrong time type of thing, but no. The second time that I tried to read it, it was just as not good for me. It didn't vibe with me. I didn't feel connected to the characters or the story. It didn't give what I thought it would give, and I've kept it this long because, oh my god, look at this. Like, oh my god. But again, I want to stop holding on to books just because of how they look. So I think it's finally time. After like 3 or 4 years, I think it's finally time to say goodbye. Me va a doler. Okay, let's see. Who else do we have here? Not the 100 años de soledad. There's a reason this plant is there. I can't give it away because it's like the family edition, so I will keep it, but thankfully I have my plant there to hide it. Let's see here. I think we're all good here. Yaki. Oh, I want to get rid of this one. It's The Chai Factor by Farah Heron. I did enjoy it. It's this romance. I think that it's set in Canada, maybe? And I really enjoyed it, but I don't see myself rereading it again. So that's not gonna happen. But it was a fun time. So there we go. If you're... Give me that. Alexa, no empiece. The red shelf. I think we're good on that. I don't really want to get rid of any of the books that are there. And then my Percy Jackson shelf obviously is not changing. My favorites shelf, obviously not. Okay. Aquí, why am I talking in Spanish? Here, I think I'm actually going to get rid of The Maidens by Alex Michaelides because the only reason that I've kept this one is because of the spine and how cool it looks when I put it here. Like, look at how nice that looks. But again, it's called Character Development, babes, look it up. Alex Michaelides is the same author of The Silent Patient, and I was kind of expecting a similar experience, but I didn't get that, so it's time to say goodbye. We have a couple of books here, but I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of any. I'm pretty happy with this one, if I'm honest. I do have to continue this duology. I don't know if I'm gonna give it a couple more months. And if I see that I am in no way, shape, or form going to be buying or even reading the sequel, then I will get rid of it. But I'll give it a couple of more months. Here, I think I'm pretty happy with this shelf as well. Y aquí, también en verdad, like, I don't really want to get rid of anything here. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Wilder Girls, written by Rory Power. This was a trip. This was definitely a trip. This was also a gift from Jamie. I literally cannot wait to buddy read this with you. You are the Jimin. Yeah, that was an era. You are the Jimin of BookTube, the sun in my stars, the love of my life, peace and so many blessings, Jamie. Okay, that's adorable. And I remember that we didn't like that book. I feel okay with, you know, unhauling this one, because I'll always remember that we read that book together, and I'll always remember that we were so confused as to what was going on and we didn't enjoy it. So goodbye. And then, oh my god, I think it's time to finally get rid of Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. This actually made it to my worst books of 2022. So I don't know why I still have the copy. Honestly, I know why. It's because I was in denial. I love this cover so much, and I love Sally so much. And I had such high expectations for this one, but it could never reach the potential that I wanted it to. And I was so disappointed. I was so upset. I was so sad. I was very dramatic about it, but I think I'm over it now, and I think I'm ready to let go of it. I did spend quite a lot of money on this, but actually not that much. It was like $15, but still, $15 feels like a lot when the book ends up being a 2-star. And I even spent my good tabs on it. Like, girl, just such a disappointment. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of any IVO. This is gonna hurt a lot of people, but like, I have to do it. Should I do it? Should I do it? Oh, because so many people say I should give it a second chance. And honestly, I have been tempted to try and reread Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, because since this was my very first experience with danmei novels, I didn't really know what I was expecting. And I was really harsh on the writing and the translation, but then I read Heaven Official's Blessing and I was like, oh my god, this is my new bread and butter. So maybe I should give Grandmaster a second chance. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should try and reread it again. I will do whatever you say. And then, yeah, I'm not getting rid of any of these. I'm so sorry. Okay, we have more books than I thought we would. Honestly, I did not think I was going to be saying goodbye to so many books. This is actually quite a lot of books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I am getting rid of 32 books. I'm getting rid of 33 books. No. Should I get rid of 34? Honestly, I am a little bit insane. Okay, last minute addition. I'm getting rid of Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is my least favorite book of hers. I didn't enjoy it. I mean, it was good. I did give it like 3 stars, but I just know that I'm never going to read it again. So like, what's the point in keeping it? I was not expecting this amount of books to be leaving my book collection today, but I guess that's just the way things are now. I was honestly a little bit more brutal than I thought I would be. But I feel good about this. I feel good. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting rid, like it doesn't hurt to get rid of these books, except the ones that were gifts, because that kind of hurts a little bit, but it's okay. I'll get over it. I was honestly not expecting this amount of books to leave my book collection today, but I'm really happy with this. I feel good about this, and I'm so happy that I took you guys along with me, because it kind of helped me to be a little bit more brutal, and it helped me be a little bit more honest. So yeah, I am so excited to see what other books I'm going to be adding to my bookshelves. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about this. Did I insult any of your favorites? If I did, that really wasn't my intention. It's just my personal experience with these books. Maybe you loved them, which I love that for you. I hope you know that this is all just me, okay? Like, sometimes we're not going to love the same type of books. If everybody loved the same type of books, I feel like the world would be such a boring place, because there wouldn't be different opinions and everybody would just be thinking the same things. So like, here's to diversity in thought, okay? All right, please don't hate me. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me go through my bookshelf collection and just see what books are no longer bringing me joy. If you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could like, subscribe, and leave a comment, because it really helps my channel out and it helps me know that you guys enjoy these types of videos and that I can keep doing more of them. And also, if you haven't done your nice thing of the day, this could be your nice thing, just saying. I also have a Patreon where I post exclusive content. I host readathons, reading sprints, and a monthly book club. I also have a podcast with my sister and a Discord server. So if that is something that sounds interesting to you, the link is down below. As always, I would love to have you join my army of premium simpers. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're still here, I just want to let you know that you are such an incredible person, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you're currently stressed over homework, school, uni, college, work, anything that's taking away your peace, I hope that you know that it will soon be over and that you can get through this. You just have to keep on going. I believe in you, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time. Bye.
Hey Jimmy, you nice, keep going.